Hey, it's Tori, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going back to Linkin Park. They just brought out another release called Finding Myself. Now, I would have done this on the day it came out, but my in-laws came into town, so I've had a busy weekend hanging out with them and, spending one-on-one time with them. So I'm only just getting to it now. I absolutely loved Lost. I've not stopped listening to it ever since. It still makes me tear up hearing Chester's vocals, so I'm very curious about this one. I also just want to bring up, something that was brought to my attention in the comments. Of course, I was more so focused on Chester in that song just because of how relevant the lyrics were and how it matched to what happened. And of course, Mike is insanely talented, as are the rest of Linkin Park. There's absolutely no qualms about that. They're a phenomenal band. They always have been. I have loved them since my teens, and I probably will continue on loving them until whenever I leave this earth. But yeah, I'm excited to hear this one. It's already got 2.3 million views in 3 days. So yeah, without further ado, let's just dive right in and check this song out together. It's interesting.
Sometimes these thoughts in my head speak so loud. Every little thing that I think about just builds on top of the pain and doubt. Even though I wanna just let it out, I try to act like I don't mind it. Try to keep my mouth so quiet, but sitting there in my silence just seems to amplify it. When I thought that keeping this inside would make it better, I never thought that I would end up ruining it forever. But every time I think I got everything put back together, I end up making more regrets, Falling for grace,
We're gonna go back to where Chester comes in, but it's really weird going into a Linkin Park song and not knowing the lyrics to it, because I have loved this band for so long, and just hearing Mike do his spoken rap part, more so of course than we didn't really get that in Lost, so it's nice we're getting it here too. And just that sound that we all fell in love with. I also really like what's going on in the beginning, and of course a little bit behind his vocals here was a really remixed version of Chester, which was really interesting, in a very cool way.
End up ruining it forever, but every time I think I got everything put back
this
together,
part, that
I end
behind.
up making more regrets. Falling for grace, I watch it all come apart, knowing I could have changed it all from the start. Fighting myself, I always lose. Fighting myself, I always lose. I didn't want you to think I'm worn out, so
I think we all lose when we fight against ourselves. We all do. And it's really still hard to this day to listen to that voice. It's eerie in a way because it's coming from beyond the grave. And the amount of love we have for this band, the amount of love you guys showed me in my comments of my latest reaction to this band, it just shows what a great community the Linkin Park fans are, and what a great community they still are. And also what I wanted to say is, until you stop fighting yourself, you're always going to lose. You're always going to lose that battle, because you're your worst own enemy, And I've been feeling it lately with myself, my insecurities. I'm getting closer to 40. I'm not feeling like me. I've put on some weight that I could lose, and we get in this rut sometimes, and it's hard to pull ourselves out of. And until we stop being mean to ourselves and talking down to ourselves and fighting with ourselves, then it's just going to be that continuous circle, and you need to break it. You need to erase a line in that circle and push through it and carry on.
I didn't want you to think I'm worn out so easily. I wish I'd held it in so you never knew it built up inside of me. Now I don't know how it overflowed, spilled out unwillingly. But now everything that I learned to hate came out for you to see. I don't want you to promise you can change everything and make it better, cause you can bet I'm gonna end up ruining it forever. And every time you think you got everything put back together, I end up making more regrets, making more regrets. Falling from grace, I watch it all come apart, knowing I could have changed it all from the start. Fighting myself, I always lose. Fighting myself, I always lose. Falling from grace, I watch it all come apart, knowing I could have changed it all from the start. Fighting myself, I always lose. Fighting myself, I always lose.
As I said, you know, knowing I could have changed this all from the start, you know, we always kick ourselves, and we do it more so when we're down in that depression, or like years have gone by and we look on past regrets and we make ourselves feel guilty for them when we shouldn't. You know, life happens, and it's hard, it's a struggle, and sometimes we make the wrong choices for what we thought were the right things. I know I have, and there's a very personal, deep one that I do not discuss on this channel because it's private, and of course not every aspect of my life needs to be out there. You know, my family or of course close friends will know what I'm talking about with this, but it's hard hewing chest to sing about that with knowing what happened. And I think any Linkin Park songs that we get from now on that they have found in their archives are going to be hard to listen to. And, you know, every time I hear that voice, it just brings these emotions rushing forward. And but it's also cathartic in a way, because it's also like a big fat hug from him as well, you know. I love how they did that.
I can't run with this weight on my back. I can't see cause I'm focused on the past. I can't breathe, I need to break free from the anger that is constantly inside me. I can't run with this weight on my back. I can't see cause I'm focused on the past. I can't breathe, I need to break free from the anger that is constantly inside of me. From grace I watch it all come apart, knowing I could have changed it all from the start. I can't breathe, I need to break free from the anger that is constantly inside of me. From grace I watch it all come apart, knowing I could have changed it all from the start. I can't breathe, I need to break free from the anger that is constantly inside of me.
So usually I would like take a small cut right there up until where I start talking, but I know a few of you guys did mention there was a little bit of disconnect with my emotion at the end of the song, which I understand, so I'm not going to cut that part just so you guys can literally see, you know, it's just a small section of me. Like, when I film, for some reason I started doing this at the beginning of my channel, and I can't bring myself to sit sideways from the beginning. I like being central when I'm talking to you guys about like the intro and the outro, and then of course my screen is right there for when I'm reacting, so of course I turn to look at it. And then I always do those small little cuts right there. You know, I don't do anything massive with my editing. I don't honestly know how, you know, big ups to Orion Reacts and like FYM Media Productions, because or Productions Media, I always get those mixed up. I'm sorry, Kev, I'm really sorry. Don't come for me. But, you know, his voice and Mike and the whole band, they just sound absolutely insanely incredible, and just another powerful song with powerful lyrics that will truly, you know, help people tell themselves that they aren't the only ones going through something, and that they aren't the only ones that feel that way about themselves. You know, I've beat myself up so many times about so many things, and I have been at least once in my life deep in that dark, deep depression where it just doesn't seem like there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And I made a completely stupid decision that I have regretted ever since and felt guilty about, but I can't change that now. I can't, and I just have to keep focusing on what the future will bring, and my relationships I have now. And, you know, I'm extremely lucky for what I have now. You know, I am happy. But, you know, we do face everyday struggles, and it's okay to reach out, and it's okay to seek help anywhere, whether that's with a family unit, with friends, with a therapist, with, you know, with me. You know, I'm super busy, but I'll always be here to check on my Taurians, and to at least, you know, let you know that you're loved, and that, you know, I'm here for you no matter what, and you're never alone. And I love that Linkin Park are releasing these songs, you know, because this first comment, Linkin Park songs have always been a part of the soundtrack of my life. I don't say goodbye to Chester, I say thank you. And that's exactly right. Just, it's insane that, you know, these songs, or, you know, especially Chester's parts, were recorded so long ago, and yet they still sound so fresh and so relevant. You know, the issues like this will never go away. They never will. We just have to get better at advocating for mental health. And I will always try and do that on my channel for my Taurians, because you advocate for me. You know, you make me happy, you make my day, and I love you guys so very much. If it wasn't for you guys, my channel would not be here. It would not be what it is. So, yeah, another one I thoroughly enjoyed from Linkin Park. I really hope they continue releasing more stuff if they have it on hand, because I know us fans are just loving it and taking it all in, and it feels like they're back, like fully back. But don't forget to like and subscribe to become a Taurian. Speaking of becoming a Taurian, all my social media links and my Discord link are down in the description. We'd absolutely love to have you come hang out in the Discord community, and I will see you guys in the next video. Rock on.